Big Poppy in the house. Alright, well, I'm still here. U2 hasn't kicked us reloaders off just yet. I'm still searching and looking at a lot of different sites and stuff and trying to decide where I'm going to go with my channel. But I've been getting a lot of questions and a lot of interest in the handles that I did a video on this. If you guys go back, and for everyone's been asking about it, showed you the part, talked about the company, the part numbers, how to install them. But just briefly, because there's been a lot of people asking about them. This is the name of the company, Inline Fabrication. Like I said, they do a very good job packaging the product. It ain't going to get damaged. The owner, Dan, is freaking awesome. Great customer service. And like I said, you know, it's a handle, it's an upgrade, getting rid of the knob. And you guys have seen my videos that I've been using them on and stuff, and it takes a lot of fatigue out of your hand, and it feels better in the palm of your hand. So that wooden ball starts to, I don't know about you guys, but it starts to hurt after a while. So this is around 50 bucks, $49.95 I think it is. And if you buy over 100 bucks, the shipping's free. So again, Inline Fabrication, for everybody that's been asking about them. You basically just got an Allen screw on each side and an Allen screw on the back side. And like I said, I got a video out there, so you might want to go check that out. Alright, a lot of people have been wanting to get to this point, and we're going to talk about the different bullet feeders that I have. We're going to put one on here, and then I got to show you that there's a different type of a bullet feeder for rifles. So let's start out with just sort of giving you the part numbers and the things that you need. Alright, so what I have on all of my pistol presses, you're going to need this, and it's called Lee Multi-Tube Adapter for a bullet feeder. Okay, so you're going to need that. Alright, and in that tube you're going to get 4 tubes that are clear. Okay, you're going to get a little black part here, looks just like this. You're also going to get let me get it out here. You're going to get a small and a large adapter here. Okay. Alright. So that comes in one kit, and that comes from Lee. Alright. Now, I buy these, and you guys have seen them in my videos before. This keeps all your tubes together. It's a little white thing. You can buy this from Titan Reloading. Okay, they're not real expensive. You know, basically I'll just show you real quick. You snap all your tubes in here, line it all up. And it looks something just like that. Keeping them all together. Alright. Now, the next thing you're going to need is you're going to need the dies for the bullet drops. Okay? These are made from Hornady. Alright? And I'm going to tell you what the different ones are. Alright, so you need a part number. So if you want a bullet feed for 380, the number with Hornady, and it's going to come in a box. Come in a box just like this. Okay? And on the front of it you'll have the numbers. Alright, so for a 380 you need to buy 095331. If you're doing 9mm, we need to buy 095330. If you're doing 40, it's 095332. If you're doing 45, it's 095334. If you're doing a 357, it is 095331. And U2's watching us really close right now. I can't go down in the bottom and I can't refer and put a bunch of links to go to the different vendors for these parts. So you're going to have to take it, what I'm telling you, verbally and that. But as far as anything that goes in verbiage, they got people looking at every video that we're putting out there. Okay? Now the next thing is, I'll do another video on the rifles and that, but I'm going to still show you in this video what the ones look like for the rifles. Okay? So all those that take care of your pistols, and if they're within the different calibers, you'll see in the Hornady book or online if you want, you know, like a 44, or if there's something I haven't mentioned. Okay? Alright. In this kit that you're going to get for this bullet feed, you're going to get the die in it. You're going to get another part that looks like this that comes with it. You're not going to use it. So tuck that away. You're going to get an Allen wrench. Okay. Alright. The next part that you're going to need to order, this is called a bully adapter. Okay? Alright. You are going to get online, and you're going to online you're going to go www. Capital letter S0 capital CALSW.com. Alright, you're going to need one of these. Alright, now we've talked about the components that you're going to need, so let's start. One other thing you're going to need is you're going to need a collar to go on here. It could be the Lee's lock collar, it could be the Hornady lock collar, it could be the Dillon. Just make sure you got a lock collar to go on this. Alright, so before you start, you're going to take this die, and you're going to notice that in the inside of this there's some pieces here. Here, let me see if I can let me do something here real quick. Alright, so I want to show you the internals of this. Alright, so you're going to back this all the way out. Okay, and this is going to have a nut here, a little O-ring, black O-ring right here. Okay, and if you flip this upside down, you're going to have two pieces. And I already got a bullet in there in the bottom one. So the small one in the inside goes in here first, because look, it's empty. Okay, so you're putting that in there. Then the next one's a fat one, it's a large one. That one goes in there second. You're going to take your die and you're going to screw that. You're going to drop the O-rings first. Alright, you're going to take and you're going to screw that in, and you're going to take this nut and spin it up there high. Get it out of your way. Alright, you're going to take this and you're going to screw this in. And you're going to screw it all the way in until it touches and you can feel resistance. Alright, so I've got that tight. It's touching the bushings that are inside the die here. Alright? Alright, now what you're going to do is you're going to start taking this and backing it off a little at a time. Alright? And there's two adjustments here. One is you're going to listen to it, and the second one is you're going to finally dial it in. So you're going to take it and you're going to shake it, and you want to hear those two little collars that are inside here. You want to feel them moving up and down slightly. Okay, it's not real loud. Okay, don't know if you guys can pick this up, but you can hear it. They're moving back and forth. Alright, when you get to that point, go ahead and take your nut and tighten that, just finger tight. Just loosen it down on the neck here. Okay, and then go ahead and spin this in to your die. Alright, and then what you're going to do is I want you to take your indexing rod out, and what you're going to do is you're going to take, like we've done many times before, is you're going to take and you're going to flare this out, and you're going to resize it. So, you know, like we did the powder last time, so this case has already been resized, and it's also been flared. And let me move the one guide back in place from when we did the last video. Just move it all the way out to the side, and I'll show you some close-ups here in a little bit. Alright, so this is 40 cal. So you're going to take roughly 6 bullets. You're going to take 6 bullets. And you're mainly going to put these in there just like this. Upside down. Okay? So the flat is going down and the pointed of the bullet is going up. You're going to take that and you're going to fill this up, because part of this setting is gravity fed by the bullets that you put into the system. Alright. Alright, so what we've done is we've got this temporary mounted, and in this particular case, when you take and bring your shell plate up, and you know how all your other dies are set where they're flush, and then you start backing them down or backing them up, this is not that type of a setup. Okay? Alright, so now what happens, we've got the gravity fed of the weight of the bullets, so when you go and like I said, I'm going to come back and give you some close-ups too. So when I go up on this, it should give me a bullet. Alright, so it's not giving me a bullet. Okay, there it did. So there, I got a bullet on that. Alright, I'm not 100% dialed in yet. So what I need to do is I need to loosen this top washer up here just a little bit, because I want it to get seated just a little bit more in there. It shouldn't be just sort of laying on the top of it. So let me bring this down just a tad more, and let's see where we're at. Alright, so I didn't get a bullet there. Let's do a couple more. And remember, it's gravity fed, so we need to go still a little more. So let me put some bullets back in here. A little too far. So we're still dialing it in. All we're wanting to do is we're trying to get that to catch on the bullet. Alright, we still got to go the other way. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, that's sweet. Alright, so I'm going to tighten this up right here, and all it needs to be is just finger tight. You don't need any dies, pliers, or anything else, okay? So that's going to set a bullet on your case, and guess what? If you have it set up right, every time you pull that handle, you're going to get a bullet on top of that case. It's not very hard to set it up. Alright, now we know that we got it set that the bullets are coming down on the cases every time that we pull the handle. So now what we need to do is we need to finish this, because we're not wanting to sit here and mainly keep putting bullets in it. Now you can if you want, but this is where this whole kit falls in. Alright, so on this bullet, if you know it, so you grab the right one, your bullet should go through this piece, this adapter. Alright, if your bullet don't go through it, which this one won't, and remember I said in the beginning, you're going to get two of these, you're going to get a small and you're going to get a large. You need to put the large in. Okay, now where does this adapter go? Alright, you're going to take this, and it's got threads right here. Thread that on there. Alright, now what I want you to do is take this, and I want you to slip it over it. Alright, now at the bottom of the base of this, it's got these little Allen screws here. And I'll even tell you what size they are. The Allen wrench that you need is 3/32. Okay? Alright, now you're not ready to tighten this yet, because we're still putting all the kit together to make this happen. Alright. So in that lead kit that you get, you're getting this black piece here. And you've got a tab here that comes out of the bottom side of that. Alright? And you're going to take that, and there's a hole right here. And you're going to take this, and you're going to take it and put the big hole over there. And it's going to fit into the little small. And then just push it together, just like that, and set it back on top of your die. Alright, and at this point go ahead and tighten your bottom nut of the die itself. Okay? And if you use this type of a powder lead dropper here, what you're going to find yourself is the back side where that tab is, and I'll get you a close-up. The tab is going to be on the back side towards the left side of your press. Alright? And then you're going to take that, and what you're wanting to try to do is find where can I put that to have the most clearance with my bullet. And what you want to do is you got to be able to stay far enough away from your powder drop up here on your container to be able to set this up correctly. So what I want you to do now is, again, I buy these from Titan's Reloading, and you can set them wherever you want. Go ahead and install these. Let me get this last one in here. Okay, and then they push them down to where they're all flush. Okay, and I'll come back and give you a close-up. Because what we're trying to do now is we're trying to find how can I mount this on here and still not affect my cases and still not affect my powder hopper here. Alright? Alright, so what we've done, and let's see. Okay, so what we've done is we've put our die in, we've got our case down here, we've put 6 bullets in here, we put the 2 parts, remember it's called the, where to put the paper at? The bullet adapter, we put that all together. You guys need to decide on what caliber is as far as the kit. You got a large and a small that comes with it. Alright, so now what we got to do is we got to tighten up these Allen screws on here. And again, that was 3/32 that we wanted. So again, you want to make sure that it still doesn't interfere with any of the other functions on your press. And go ahead and start tightening those up. There's 3 Allen screws. I recommend that you go around and do them evenly. And then come back and snug them up a little bit, but don't over tighten them because they have the tendency they will strip. And again, in your kit you do get an Allen wrench with it. Alright, so what we've done is we have installed the die, installed the bully adapter, we've installed the tubes, we've installed the separator that I showed you, the white piece from Titan Reloading. I've showed you how to put the black piece on. I've showed you how to take the adapter thing and screw it down inside the bully adapter here. So now what you do is you just take and just start taking these tubes, and I believe there's it holds 100 total. And then once you empty out one of the tubes, it's the same thing as what you do on your case on the other side of your press. You'll go ahead and turn it around and rotate it. And once you go to the next tube, they'll start dropping down automatically every time that you pull the handle. So basically, a lot of your boxes, when you buy your bullets, they come either 50 or 100. So if you're buying 100, I think it actually takes the whole box. And then what I do is I set up the seating die on it next. Now when I show you the rifle ones, You can buy extra of those and take them off and put a full one on there pretty easy and just keep going to town on it and not have to worry about doing it by manual. It won't take us much longer. It's been pretty quiet on YouTube. So if you guys know of anything that's going on, or if they put a date out there for us, or are they going to revise the policy, let me know. I would greatly appreciate it. Got a lot of good subscribers out there that's pointing me out to a couple of different sites if I need to move. And then I got to, because videos take so much room on your computer, I easily delete them. So I need to take a thumb drive and figure out how to download all my videos off so I can actually put them wherever I'm going to go in the future. We're almost there. And what I'll do is I'll take the camera off the stand, and then I will run this up so you can see it grab a bullet. And you may have to come back and make a few more adjustments to make it fit for yours. Okay. Right there. Alright. And let me grab a new case here. Put some brass on there. Let me make sure I got it lined up. And you can see that I am interfering and that means that I got to raise my tube divider. Okay, it's right where it needs to go. Alright. Okay, let's take it off the tripod. And let's see what we got here. Alright, so we got our case, our bullet, tube's all full. Okay, we've got the white thing that divides, or keeps all your tubes together. You come down, here's your black piece. Here's your bully adapter. Here's your die. Here's your lock. And your case is right down here. And you're going to go up. And let's see. I need to line it up. Hold on a minute, let me get my... It's hard to hold the camera. And see here where it came out, but you'll see where it's actually laying, it was laying on its side. So when I actually tightened that down, something evidently slipped a little bit on it. So let's try that again. And it probably needs to be moved in. It's a little hard trying to hold this. Okay, we're gonna go up. We're gonna come down. Alright. Now, you see it did pick up a bullet. Okay. But that bullet is supposed to be seated in there. Okay. Let's do one more. Okay, same thing. So what you need to do is when I move this, when it was hitting each other, I'm sure that this die has moved around on me. So what I have to do is take this back off, and then I got to actually lower that down a little bit, and it'll release the bullets. And you know what? Let's plan on, well, you guys get the drift of it. You guys have seen it, and when it comes down, it just needs to be brought back down when I messed it up when I moved it manually. And what I want to do is I want to talk about the rifles now real quick. Alright, on the rifles you're going to see this where it says Mini Mr. Bullet Feeder. It's a double alpha, so it's a different, and you get what you get on here, this one's right behind me. You get your die here, okay, and it is made of plastic, and it's also got a pin on it right here, and then on the top of it, this whole thing raises up and off. If I pull it up, all of them are going to run out. So, and you'll see it's like a cylinder. It almost reminds you of sort of like a Gatling gun standing straight up. So these are totally different on the setups and the materials. So if you get on there and put Alpha Mr. Bullet Feeder on there, you'll see them. So let me show you a couple other designs. Okay, out here in the other room, here's this one here. Goes down. And you can take it and take it right off. Just like that. It's got a hole in the end of it. And then if you're empty, you can put a new one on real quick. Just like that. Here's another one for this one here is for 308. Same thing here you can do here. This one's a silver one. This one really holds a lot of bullets. This is the Big Daddy, and they're not cheap. And again, you're just going to take it, slide the hole over the top of it, drop it down, and you're good to go. Alright. Alright, so because this is trying to troubleshoot problems and that, so you've seen that where I moved this, it is what it is, and I'm probably going to have bullets running out of one tube here. I'm going to go ahead and loosen this back up. I should have tightened that nut down at the bottom a lot better. Alright, so here's my bullets. They're going to run out of that one tube. I'm going to set this down. If I can. Here. Dump a few of those out so I can lay her down. Alright, so you can see the bullet at the top here, and okay, so what we need to do is I've moved this, so I need to tighten this up, and I'm going to get a wrench and do that. And this is one of those oddball ones where you have to use a big wrench on it. Alright, so we're not right here, so let me put another brass in here. I lowered that down a little bit. Okay, needs to go down farther. Remember, you got to have at least a minimum of 6 in there when you're dialing it in and setting it up. Okay, it still is not where it needs to be. So this is all good. This is reality. I got lucky and set it, and it was working there really well. And the other thing I could do is just loosen this. We're close. Okay. Alright. So we won't go back through the whole thing, but look. Okay, now the bullet's in there like it needs to be. So again, it's just once you get that set up, and it doesn't move on you like it moved on me, you can lock it up, tighten everything up, and you're good to go. And then, like I said, if you only have one press, you could buy a bunch of these, several of them, and just tighten up your rings on it and tighten this nut on the top of it, and that makes sure that you could just take this off each time and just screw it back in when you're going to the different calibers back and forth. Okay, so with that said, we'll do one more video. We'll do the seating process, and then we're going to load some ammo, and you know, that'll take care of. And then what I do is I come back. One thing I lose by putting a bullet feeder on here is I do lose that in one session that I've actually crimped everything as well. What I'll do is take my rounds and put it on another press that I can go pretty quick with, and I do my crimping off the 5-stage that you would normally have here of completion. So it's not a big deal to me. I come back and, like I said, crimp it on another press. So if you like my channel, please subscribe. Please support the sport, and good shooting, my friends. Thank you.